Hello, my name is Jerry Garrettson from Tabea Law, and today we're talking about the three different kinds of international student visas. The most popular is the F1, that's the academic studies. That's somebody coming to this country. And again, let me just back up a little bit. These are non-immigrant visas. So the situation is the intent of the beneficiary, the party coming over to get or the party with the visa to coming over for studies, international studies, is to be here temporarily, is not to be here permanently. These are not immigrant visas. These are non-immigrant visas. And the reason this is important is because if the student changes their mind and they come over with a non-immigrant visa, which the intent is to be here temporarily, not permanently, not to immigrate to this country, but to come here for a specific purpose for a temporary time. And in our case, the temporary or the specific purpose is for an education of some manner. They're a student in some way. We'll talk about the three different ways, most popular ways. But so that's important, because if they change their mind once they're here and say, you know what, I want to go ahead and stay, I want to get my green card now, they can't do that. They'd have to leave the country and start the process over because the immigrant officials are worried about people gaming the system, saying, hey, I know how I can get my green card. I'll just pretend I want to be a student. I'll go there. Once I'm there, I'll go ahead and do an adjustment of status and get my green card. Well, it doesn't work that way. The immigration officials are looking for that. They're too smart for that. And they're going to deny that, saying now the intent was fraudulent. So now there are, in a couple of cases, and we're not going to talk about it here, but there are a couple of cases where non-immigrant visas are actual dual intent. So dual mean you have a temporary intent to come here for a specific reason, and at the same time there can be a long-term immigrant intent, non-immigrant intent, immigrant intent, but that's not these here, and we can talk about that at another time. So the three major student visas are the F1, the visa, academic. That's traditionally what you think of with the student. They're coming here to go to university or to get an education. And by the way, once they're done with their education, they go home. Right? The visa is only good as long as they graduate. The J1, now that's practical training, so that's not necessarily that's more of a company training them to do what they need to do for that company. So it's different than a pure academic F1 visa where you're at university. The third is the M1 visa, and that's non-academic. That's vocational. So in other words, vocation. If you're going to be an electrician, you go to electrician school. That's your M1. All right. So it's not the academic university setting, but it's vocational. You're going to be an electrician. And so you come here and you study electronics in a vocational school. Same scenario. You come here, you go to your vocational school, you learn about electricity. When you're done, when you graduate, you go home. And, so those are the three basic, most popular international visas that are out there, the student visas. All right, we'll talk to you guys next time. Thank you so much.